Sometimes celebrities and their kids seem to get a pass from the justice system. Other times they definitely do not. These are the celebs who have children in jail right now. Redmond O'Neal, son of Hollywood legends Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal, has been in and out of jail for many years now. His troubles with the law started back in 2008 after he was arrested for possession of heroin. He was then court-ordered to treatment centers in 2011 and 2014 after he allegedly relapsed. He then violated the terms of his probation in 2015, which got him a new 3-year sentence. In May 2018, shortly after Redmond's release, he allegedly robbed a convenience store in Santa Monica, California, while armed with a knife. Soon, even more violent crimes were pinned on him, as he was charged with attempted murder after seriously injuring 5 men. He reportedly now faces 22 years in prison. In 2008, chilling news broke that Amanda Brumfield, daughter of actor Billy Bob Thornton, had been accused of being responsible for the death of a child in her care. The toddler was being looked after by Brumfield when she suffered a fracture on her skull and bleeding and swelling to her brain. Brumfield was close friends with the child's mother. She claimed that the toddler accidentally fell out of her playpen, but prosecutors suggested that the injuries couldn't have resulted from a fall from that height. In the end, while Brumfield was acquitted of first-degree murder charges and aggravated child abuse charges, she was convicted of aggravated manslaughter. This conviction came with a 20-year prison sentence. Adinho, son of soccer legend Pelé, is currently behind bars serving a lengthy term on charges related to drug trafficking. Despite the conviction, Adinho, who's a former soccer player himself, and his father both still insist that he is innocent. In 2005, Adinho and 51 others were arrested in a police sting, the result of an 8-month investigation. After appealing the drug trafficking charges, he was freed until 2014 when he was sentenced to 33 years in prison. This term would later be reduced to approximately 13 years, which Adinho began serving in February of 2017. Though he was released briefly in March of 2017 to continue his appeal process, he was ordered back to prison in July of 2017. When Coolio was arrested in 2012 for some active bench warrants resulting from traffic violations, he was held in the same jail that his son, Curtis Ivey, was already being held in. While the father would be released for his lesser crimes, the son would face a longer road to freedom. In November 2011, Curtis was arrested after he and a female accomplice allegedly robbed an apartment while holding the tenant at gunpoint. Curtis' accomplice was an alleged prostitute who chose the robbery victim after her failed attempt to sleep with the man for money. They then allegedly revisited the man's apartment a few nights later, but the target wasn't home, though his roommate was. The armed suspects then forced the roommate into the bathroom and robbed the place. The two ultimately pled guilty to a felony robbery charge, and Curtis was sentenced up to 10 years in prison. The Judd family has quite a history. Family matriarch Naomi continues to face mental health issues, while her daughters Wynonna and Ashley have struggled with addiction and depression respectively, and the struggles are continuing to the next generation. Wynonna's daughter, Grace Pauline Kelly, is now staring down 8 years in prison for violating probation. In 2015, Kelly was nabbed by police for promotion of meth manufacture. The following year, she was arrested again. She was sentenced to just shy of a year in jail, but that sentence was allowed to be served on probation if she served a 30-day jail term. She was also given a 4-year sentence for evading arrest, but the courts allowed that time to be served on probation as well, as long as she completed a 180-day rehab stint. Sadly, Kelly allegedly left the rehab program early, thus leading to her 8-year sentence. She's scheduled for release in August 2025, and she'll be up for parole in February 2019. Former Boston Red Sox player turned broadcaster Remy has seen his children get into trouble in the past. In 2008, his son Jared was fired from his job as a security guard at Fenway Park over alleged steroid use. In 2010, his other son Jordan was arrested on assault and battery charges after an altercation with a woman in the Boston Beer Garden. Then, in July of 2013, his daughter Jenna was arrested for an alleged violent break-in attempt at her ex-boyfriend's house. Sadly, none of that could have prepared Jerry for the news that came in August of 2013. Jared had murdered his girlfriend Jennifer Martell in front of their 4-year-old daughter. This came in the wake of Jared's 14 previous arrests. The day before Jared stabbed Jennifer to death, he appeared in court for allegedly slamming her face into a mirror. With no bail sought by the prosecution, Remy was allowed to go home afterward. He did so, and the next night, Martell was dead. In 2014, he was sentenced to life in prison without the chance of parole.